Hi, beautiful Cancer. Welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. Cancer, this is your mid-month reading, September until October, give or take. We're going to start with an undercurrent energy here that is sort of percolating. It's just sitting there underneath it all for this time period. And then we're going to get the other cards out there. Oops. To really clarify, to really get into the message. And so we're going to get all the cards on the table before we really get into the message. And then at the very end, we're going to allow the angels to come in and see if there's any additional messages that they want to give you. I also want to say that I just started to do private readings, personal readings. So if you're interested in that, I'm really excited for you to check that out in the description box if you're interested in one. Cancer, September until October. There you go. Ooh. And we have the Leo card, leadership card. We also have a gazillion sunflowers. I mean, they're there all the time, but today I'm really drawn to them. And the sunflower for me just represents joy and happiness and abundance and just really beautiful happiness. Being a leader, being a teacher, stepping up to the plate. I see a star family connection there in the back. The sun is coming up. There's a strong message, and the sun is coming up, like the sun is coming back into your life. I mean, if you had the sun card, like representing the sun, that's the happiest card in the deck. And so there's something about like happiness, and the sun is coming back, okay? And you also might have a connection with Leo somehow. You might have Leo in your chart somehow, some way. You might be on the cusp when you're born, like you're just at the very end of Cancer and just at the very beginning of Leo. Why is this energy here for Cancer, please? What do you want to tell them, please? Sun is coming up. I love that for you. And then we have the moon. So the sun and the moon. We have the Emperor. Wow. And Four of Ariel. This is just gorgeous. I do apologize. Okay. We have the moon. So I love that we have like the sun is coming up and then opposite of that is the moon. We have the Emperor. Really strong energy, really efficient, confident, powerful. Number 4, pay attention. And then we have number 4 again there, 4 of Ariel. Building a new foundation for yourself, really being in the heart of things. We're going to get into the message in just a little bit. Clarifying this, why is this on the table for, for Cancer, please? The crown chakra. So you're in the knowing of things. You're in the connection with spirit. The connection with spirit, the connection with the universe has really been a thread through these readings this time around. Okay, we're done. Okay. So that's really powerful. It's just a statement almost, like the crown chakra is coming out as a statement. Just to say, like done, like bam, we're in the knowing, like you're in the know of where you're going. You're not hoping, you're not being frustrated, you're not being patient even. You might be all of these things, but this represents the knowing. When you're in the know, not yes and no, but the KNOW, there's no question anymore. It just is. It just be. So remember, we have the undercurrent there. So we have the leadership, a teacher, someone stepping up to the plate, someone really taking their full energy, like not holding anything back anymore, not hiding, wanting to really go for what you want to go for, if that makes sense. And then I see that connection with the star family there. So there might be some of you Cancers that are just connecting like through meditation, through meeting other people, having the same background, the same ancestral path. that you're just coming into this connection with your star family. And then we have the sun rising there, like the sun is rising. So the sun probably hasn't been up for quite some time, or you just have felt like it's just a constant, where's my happiness? Where's my, it might have been okay. You might not have been like down and out, and it might have been okay, but it's different to be okay and to be happy. And then the opposite of that is the moon. I love the play on this, because it's like, it's not all about just coming into your happiness and just be completely just happy nonstop and be in the sun nonstop. Like, we need the balance. You need the how do we even know that there's darkness if we don't know the light? Even though it's such a cliche thing, it's just such an important, like, we've taken it to an extreme, because now we start to judge and analyze it. But like, as it was meant to be, we have the sun and therefore we know the moon. We have the moon and therefore we know the sun. We have white people and then we have black people and everything in between. And the reason I know I'm white is because I have something in relation to me. Like I said, then we have taken it too far. Then we start to analyze and judge and saying this is right and this is wrong. If we could have just kept to what it was serving, like, how do I know myself? I know myself in opposition, in relationship to everything else around me. So there's something about, yes, coming into the sun, the sun is rising, more and more fully understand who you are, but because of the relationship to the opposite. So, okay, there's a really profound message here. Cancer, this is really cool. So, sometimes we feel like, just stay with me here. Okay, sometimes we feel like, so money is easy because probably every single person on this planet can relate to it. So there's been one stage in your life, and maybe even right now, that you have been struggling with money, or you just don't have all the money in the world that you want to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. And so you ask for more money, or you ask for more abundance, or you ask for more support or prosperity. And usually what happens then is that the opposite, the moon, shows up. Not for you to start to judge or analyze, to start to say, clearly the universe doesn't hear me, or clearly I don't know how to ask for this because the opposite of what I'm asking about is showing up. Clearly I need to shift my vibration, or like I need to do more inner work, or like whatever then we come up with, silly things that we come up with, thinking that we failed in some capacity because the opposite of what we're asking about is showing up. The reason the opposite is showing up, this is really landing here with me as now simultaneously as I'm giving you the mathematics of this, is that, okay, so instead of actually getting more money into your bank account, there's another bill showing up. The bill is only there to reflect what you now are starting to become. Does that make sense? So you're in the know. So you're knowing that you are money, you are prosperity, you are abundant. And the more you come into the knowing of that, the more reflection on the outside, so that you know. How do you know that you have a lot of money? Because you're being reflected on something that's going to show you that you have them. Whether that is people on the other end that doesn't have them, or that is people on the other end. This is just in the very beginning, I have to say, in the beginning stages of creating this new thing, to crystallize for you where you're headed. The opposite is going to show up. Once you have settled into this vibration, once you have this dominant thing going, that vibrational state is now attracting more of the similar. Okay, so that we don't confuse those, because it's just in the very beginning. But isn't that a beautiful thing to know? It's almost like you should laugh out loud. If you get another bill when you just ask for more money, or you ask for more prosperity or more abundance, and your car break down, or it seems like the only thing you see around you is poor people, or people talking about how they can't afford to do this or how they can't afford to do that, or whatever. That is just the moon being represented because the sun is coming up. I'm like, oh my God, like this is so beautiful. This is just sort of helping you explain where you're at on your journey. If you were, I'm dead serious. If you were in the beginning stages, this is the beginning stages where you haven't anchored into this dominant vibration just yet. So it's something you're longing for, it's something you want. You would have seen rich people around you. You would have seen people just thriving and succeeding everywhere you look. And so it just makes you feel more not having what you want to have. You're not doing the wrong thing. We just need the sun and the moon, like opposite from each other, to how do I know myself? How does God know thyself? By creating as many different perspectives to know yourself. And in the very, very beginning stages, of anything, you're going to have the moon show up. You're going to have the opposition. You have, not because you've done anything wrong, is to show you where you're at on your path. The moon card also represents intuition and like really listening to your intuition on this path. I hope this makes sense. And then we have the Emperor there as well. Stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. Like, I love the Emperor. The Emperor is just so, and it's another, we haven't gotten to that, but it's the first of 2 fours. So that is about your heart and laying a new foundation, knowing who you are, knowing your path, feeling love, making decisions and choices all based from the heart rather than from your mind. And the Emperor just represents like so much power and strength and ability and efficiency and like taking charge of a situation, like knowing what you're going for. So it's like you're on this manifestational quest, like you're figuring out like the relationship between you and things on the outside, like how, okay, so this is what I'm trying to achieve here. And sort of going into the mechanics of it, the mathematics of it, like, okay, so how does it really work here? But being the Emperor is going to work out so good for you because it's like the Emperor just comes with confidence and conviction. Is it called conviction? Like when you're really like I know that this is going to take place. Like you're convinced. Is that conviction? Sounds like someone has been convicted, like someone is being put into prison or something. Maybe I'm using that wrong, but I wouldn't say conviction. Like you know what you're doing, you know what you're going for, okay? And then we have 4 of Ariel, which is like laying that foundation for you. Building a new platform. Coming into safety, coming into security, coming into abundance, to prosperity. This is when you're sort of settling in and also understanding the give and the take, the ebb and the flow, the allow and receive. That's the same thing. The give and the receive, I want to say, like learning the flow of breathing, learning the mechanics of breathing, that sort of seeps through and runs through everything else. We need to breathe in as much as we breathe out, or it's going to be an imbalance. It's the second force. It's such a heart matter for you. It's you're coming from such the right place right now, Cancer. And we have then, again, conviction, like a knowing, the crown chakra. I can read out of the book for this one, okay? It's at the very back, crown chakra. Key facts about the crown chakra. The color is violet. Sound, none or om can be used. Element is thought. Gland is pineal. That's third eye a little bit, the pineal gland there. Keywords is I know. And number 7, I haven't even spoken about the 7. The 7 is a representation of being done, coming full circle, being done. Like it's time. You heard me talk about the cake story so many times. But like gathering enough information, gathering enough ingredients, beautiful ingredients, so that you know that this is like the cake of all cakes. You put the most gorgeous ingredients together. You try them. You took this one in, took this one out, and you put this one in, and it's like, yeah, no, I can touch that up a little bit. It's like you have refined and refined and refined, and now you have the set of perfect ingredients to bake your beautiful cake. It's time to put it into the oven. It's like you're in the knowing. There's nothing more you can really do but to just be in this knowing and just let the cake percolate, let the cake bake in the oven and leave it be. Like give it a rest. Literally, let it rest. Give it a rest, you know. It's an interesting saying, give it a rest. It sort of made me think of that in a different way now, like in a different light. Give it a rest. That's really beautiful, actually. But we say it sort of in a negative, like give it a rest. Like don't go there. This 7 is just, it's time for you to just sort of enjoy, sit back and watch it sort of flourish and bloom right in front of your eyes, and have it be the time where you now start to enjoy what you have created for yourself. So I'm going to finish read here. The crown chakra is located at the top of the head and has been called a 1,000-petaled lotus, or the receiver of light. This chakra is the center of your link. This chakra is the center of your link with the universe, the infinite, and your higher consciousness. It's the connection between wisdom and spiritual insight. The crown center is the area where ethereal light and energy are received and then dispersed throughout your aura for total well-being. Just feel that for a moment. It feels really nice that the light is coming into your, and is spreading around in your crown center and in your aura for total well-being. To balance this chakra, I find that meditation, breath work, yoga, spiritual healing, acupuncture, and color therapy work best. When properly aligned, your crown chakra will expand to a point where it's possible to access and tap into the deepest sources of wisdom. Yeah. Sorry. I love that for you. You're in the knowing, and it's talking about the alignment. What is knowing? What is pure knowing? Pure knowing is when you're in pure connection with your inner being. That's it. You know, when you know, you know. And we have those expressions. It's like, well, how's that going to work out? I just know it will. Or something comes in and you will be like, I knew it. I just knew it. I just felt it. There was like no hesitation or no second guessing. It's just a knowing. When you're in the knowing, you're home. Does the angels want to add something? Uplift Cancer. Come with spiritual advice, inspirational advice. What do we have from the angels, please? For Cancer. We have ray, which I love because it's talking about the rays, the sun rays, the moon rays, if you will, energy rays. And then we have Serena. And it's interesting because I've seen a lot of Serena. Is it Serena Williams, the tennis player, lately? Is it Serena that has just quit? She doesn't want to play anymore. I think it's Serena. Now here Serena is. A little bit interesting there, if that's a correlation, if that is a connection somehow, some way. I'm going to start here with Ray. Yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being. Again, here talking about different exercises and yoga and your well-being, like your overall well-being is now being. You're probably really focused on just feeling well, getting into this happiness and this. It's just really beautiful. Essential to your well-being, peace of mind and spiritual growth right now. Yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now. That's really, really gorgeous. I see the crown just... Now we have Serena. I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money. Wow, and we've just talked about money. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. You're in the knowing, so if you know, you didn't even need faith. When you know, you know. I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. So just release the how and the when and the where, and just go to, I know. Have faith. I didn't know that Serena Williams would come with money. That's really cool. That's what I have for you for September until October. I hope it was uplifting and inspirational. Again, if you're interested in a personal reading, just read about it in the description box and send me a message, and we'll take it from there. Thank you so much, guys, for showing up here and watching these videos with me. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and even consider to subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you one bit, but it helps the channel a lot. So please do that if you feel like that is right for you. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.